Now in 4 News Now at 6, parts of North Idaho and Washington remain under a state of emergency. Historic flood levels washing away roads, damaging businesses, and forcing families from their homes.
We'll take you to Bonner County, where floodwaters are threatening hundreds of houses. Plus, we'll show you how one Shoshone County community came together to protect neighbors as water started to fill the streets.
And Washington State University football has a new head coach. I'll introduce you to Kirby Moore and why he's a good fit to lead the Cougs. You're watching 4 News Now at 6.
We panicked. We knew we were in trouble.
Homes destroyed and roads washed away as the Pacific Northwest deals with record flooding. In the last few days, more than 100 people were rescued. Thanks for being with us tonight. I'm Kirsten O'Connor.
And I'm Derek Dice. Right now, Washington and parts of North Idaho remain under a state of emergency. One of the hardest hit areas is the town of Clark Fork in Bonner County, right near the Montana border. In this video, you can see floodwaters washing away roads and cutting off access. A Bonner County commissioner says the Army Corps of Engineers worked through the night to prevent even more damage. We have team coverage tonight, and we begin with Derek Strom, who's in Clark Fork with residents who are just starting to pick up the pieces from that flooding.
Over 100 homes near Lightning Creek and Spring Creek in Clark Fork were threatened by rising floodwaters.
So it was pretty much like a river.
That includes Michael Williams, who lives on Mountain View Road. He saw the water rushing on both sides of his home.
There were a lot of debris that came down. A lot of debris, a lot of the neighbors, trash, toys and whatever. But there was a lot of debris that came down.
Williams says his driveway and part of his shop will need to be repaired after both were damaged by the floods. He's more worried about his neighbors that live closer to the creeks. Clark Fork's water supply was also damaged by the flooding, and the city is telling residents to assume their water has been contaminated with E. coli. They'll have to boil their water until further notice.
We can't get in there to fix any damages to our water system until we get access to the site, and then we don't know. It could be several weeks or more before we even get our water back online. That's why we brought in the portable water tanks.
Some of the roads just north of Clark Fork were also damaged, and the Army Corps of Engineers has been called in to help fix them as soon as possible. The Army Corps of Engineers says the flooding here has created new channels in the creeks just north of here, and it's also knocked down hundreds of trees that are continuing to wash into the creeks. But the water level is a little bit lower today than it was yesterday, and county's emergency management department hopes that it continues to trend in that direction.
I think the water was up about 4 feet yesterday, higher than it is now in some places, I believe. It peaked pretty high, and so yes, if it stays where it's at now, it's not too bad.
In Clark Fork, Derek Strom, 4 News Now.
And another hard-hit area is the Silver Valley. Right now, Shoshone County is under a state of emergency because of the flooding from the Coeur d'Alene River.
We could see it coming over the river, and then it moved to an area up to the road what we've never seen before in 3 years that we've been here.
Hear how neighbors and first responders rallied through the night to save homes and businesses tonight at 6:30.
On the west side of Washington, emergency shelters are housing families as entire towns have been forced to evacuate.
We started packing our car and moving as much as we could upstairs as quick as we could.
Some of the hardest hit areas are in the Skagit and Snohomish counties. Governor Bob Ferguson says the Skagit and Snohomish rivers are at historic flood levels as the banks have overflowed and are flooding homes. And despite all the damage, the governor announced that as of this afternoon, not a single person has died as a result of the floods.
And a big reason for that, first responders, the National Guard, the Coast Guard, and the communities across the Pacific Northwest coming together to keep each other safe. That includes Spokane firefighters who are on the front lines. They spoke with our Mary Sheridan, and she joins us with how they're helping.
On Wednesday, Spokane's Swiftwater Rescue Team made its way over to Washington's west side. This is a group of 12 made up of firefighters from Spokane Valley as well as the city of Spokane. Since then, the team has made several rescues. Today, they're working in the Skagit Valley area near Burlington, Washington, helping people who are trapped in their homes or cars. People who say they just didn't know conditions would get this bad.
Our guys were able to take off from there in their kayaks and go paddle out to them and get them out of their car, get them returned safely to shore, and then just spent a bunch of time in a flooded out kind of a rural farmland area, checking houses, checking in with homeowners.
Captain Riddle says depending on the elevation, one neighborhood would be untouched by flooding, but the next one over could have 4 or 5 feet of standing water in their backyards. His team is working closely with the National Guard and helping with helicopter rescues. Riddle says this weekend's weather forecast will determine how long they're deployed. Reporting in studio tonight, Mary Sheridan, 4 News Now.
All right, Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker joins us now.
And Chris, while the west side is getting a break, there's still more ahead.
Yes, this is going to be the weekend to catch up, get everything sandbagged and shore up for the next round of wet weather that arrives late Sunday and into Monday. This is the Monday weather pattern. It is another atmospheric river, very moisture-laden air pouring in to the Pacific Northwest like a fire hose pointed right at us and coming from the subtropics. So it is going to be a problem here for another round of flooding. 4 things to know about your weather. We get a break from the rain this weekend across the entire state of Washington and into Idaho. Western Washington rivers will be below flood stage by about Saturday night. That is the forecast, but that next atmospheric river arrives late Sunday and into Monday. More moderate flooding is expected in western Washington as well as the central panhandle of Idaho. This next round of wet weather, not as intense, but the ground is already saturated. The rivers can't hold any more moisture, and we are still going to be melting snow with above average temperatures. River forecast for the Coeur d'Alene River at Cataldo. We are in good shape. We should be down below flood stage by sometime Saturday, and will be a big improvement. Give folks in central Idaho a chance, central panhandle of Idaho, a chance to make up for what has occurred this week before that next round of rain moves in. Kirsten?
Thank you, Chris. To stay up to date on our current weather conditions and get important alerts sent straight to your phone, be sure to download the 4 News Now weather app and turn on push notifications. Just search KXLY Weather on Google Play or in the App Store.
All right, Washington State football has its next head coach.
Kirby Moore joins the Cougs today as their 36th head coach, and we have our Jack Wallace in studio to break it all down.
Well, from Mizzou over to Wazoo, Kirby Moore makes his return to the Northwest after spending the past 3 seasons improving the Missouri Tigers' attack as their offensive coordinator. But this young coach has plenty of local ties. For starters, Moore is a Prosser High School grad who then took his receiving talents to the Boise State Broncos for his pretty solid 4-year career. Moore began his coaching path at the College of Idaho 11 years ago, which eventually led him to a 2022 Mountain West title-winning season as Fresno State's offensive coordinator that then earned him the same job at Missouri. Moore improved the Tigers' offense greatly, especially in much fewer turnovers, red zone offense, and third down conversions. Moore is also the youngest WSU head coach for football since the mid-'70s and will look to lead a rebranded Cougs offense with many major offensive weapons graduating. And Moore does love passing the ball. Mizzou ranked top 10 nationally in passing yards a couple seasons ago. His style relies on constant, efficient plays. Doesn't love a huge amount of explosive ones, so look for that kind of offense.
And I think they were actually #1 in rushing offense in the SEC this year.
Big this year, too.
Had a couple brilliant offensive minds, and #1 is Dad in high school.
Yep.
And then #2, Chris Peterson, who he played under and then coached with at UW as well.
Yeah, a lot of people looking into his history, right, today. Thanks so much, Jack. Well, sections of North Foothills Drive and Perry Street in Spokane are closed because of a water main break. It happened right near Yasahara Middle School and Gonzaga Prep. Right now, North Foothills is closed between Hamilton and Hogan, and Perry Street is closed from Buckeye to Fairview. A detour is in place. The city estimates the roads will reopen sometime tomorrow.
A scam alert from the city of Spokane now. The city is warning about a new email scam targeting the Planning and Development Services Center. Scammers are posing as the city's planning director, sending emails claiming you have an outstanding bill and need to pay by wire transfer. City staff says they will never email you out of the blue asking for a wire transfer. If you get one of these suspicious emails, the city says don't open any attachments, don't share any personal information, and don't send any money.
Still ahead, the job market is stuck in neutral. Why companies aren't hiring and the signs that could signal a turnaround.
And a high-tech tool helping save lives and solve crimes is also raising serious privacy concerns. How the Spokane County Sheriff's Office is using it and why lawmakers are now taking a closer look.
Plan your day with Matt Gray, only on Good Morning Northwest. Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
Clay Walker stands as a towering figure in country music with his electrifying performances. Live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, March 5th. Get your tickets now.
Winning is just the beginning.
Holiday magic awaits in Sandpoint. Visit Aspen & Stone and capture the spirit of the season. Discover cozy home accents, styled furniture, artisan decor, and gifts for everyone on your list. Aspen & Stone at Home in downtown Sandpoint. Live beautifully.
When I was told I needed radiation treatment for a brain tumor, I couldn't stop thinking about what could happen to my memories. Those moments I cherish from growing up, of finding myself, of the people I love, of what I've created. But they all just fade away. But when I learned how precise treatment was with Gamma Knife, I was reassured that those moments would be preserved. Because it's not only about protecting the memories I've made, but the ones I have yet to create.
Landowners in the Inland Northwest know when it comes to power, performance, and reliability, nothing beats a Coyote tractor from Jordan Sales and Service. Family owned and trusted for over 25 years, Jordan Sales and Service helps you tackle any property with Coyote tractors, zero-turn mowers, UTVs, and skid steers built for real work. Our full-service parts and service department keeps your Coyote tractor running strong every season. Visit Jordan Sales and Service, your home for Coyote tractors and unbelievable hometown service.
Some know it as prime rib. Officially, it's called a ribeye roast. We call ours divine. Tender, mouth-watering Hereford beef, aged to perfection for 5 weeks and never frozen. Oven ready and easy. Divine beef ribeye roast, tied and seasoned at your request. Reserve yours now, exclusively at Yoke's Fresh Markets.
Alka-Seltzer Plus Cold or Flu Fizzy Chews. Chew, fizz. Feel better fast. No water needed. Alka-Seltzer Plus Fizzy Chews.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. And want some tasty food? We got you. Heard you want to do some shopping? We got you. The live music is always popping at the Coeur d'Alene Casino. Coeur d'Alene Casino. Winning is just the beginning.
Welcome back. The Spokane County Sheriff's Office says it's tracked down hundreds of criminals thanks to its real-time crime center.
But one piece of technology is facing major backlash nationwide. Madeline Mullins sat down with the sheriff to learn why flock cameras are crucial to the department and what's being done to ensure they're being used responsibly.
This real-time crime center opened a year ago. And since then, the sheriff says there have been hundreds of success stories.
One that stands out is there was an individual who was suicidal. We got that information that she might be headed to a bridge. So using license plate reader technology, deputies were able to get there in time.
17 missing people found, 572 suspects arrested, and 247 vehicles recovered. The Real-Time Crime Center uses all different types of technology, including automatic license plate recognition, or what's commonly known as flock cameras. The sheriff's office has up to 100 of these cameras and help form a network of nationwide surveillance. If a department is a part of the network and has a national lookup feature turned on, other agencies and federal agents like ICE can access that data. And until recently, they could access the camera's data in Spokane County.
It became clear to us after we looked through the audit logs that, yes, there were people who were running queries into our system, and it hits everybody's plates that are in the system nationwide, not just ours.
The sheriff says they were the second department nationwide to bring this to the attention of Flock, and in July, it turned that feature off. Now, only Washington State and some local Idaho departments can access the data.
So we're doing everything we can to make sure that we're tracking why the inquiries are being made and then who's doing it.
But because of that news, state legislation is being drafted to tighten the rules around Flock, and several departments within the state have turned off the cameras altogether. But the sheriff's office says it doesn't want to turn off theirs.
If we lose it, it's just our communities will be less safe.
In Spokane, I'm Madeline Mullins, 4 News Now.
your Saturday planner. It is going to be a warm and dry day. We might even see a little bit of sunshine in the afternoon, something we don't see a lot of in the inland Northwest this time of year. 52 the high, 34 is our average high. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com. Sign up for the 4 News Now Playbook at KXLY.com.
Drive home the holidays and save up to $16,250 off or 0% APR on new 2025 GMC Sierra 1500 Elevations. There's never any dealer-added markups on new vehicles. And ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange at GMC of Riverfront.
Statistically speaking, your New Year's resolution will take a backseat sooner than later. Just make sure that seat's leather trimmed and German engineered. Introducing Northern Quest's $115,000 New Year New Benz giveaway. Play daily with your Cameras Rewards card to enter, and on January 1st, you could win a brand new Mercedes. You know, so you can drive past the gym in style. The New Year New Benz giveaway, only at Northern Quest.
Hey there, Spokane and Post Falls. Are you ready to give your home a floor lift? At Brothers Flooring, we turn boring into beautiful. Whether you're looking for some elegant hardwood for the living room or kitchen, or some plush new carpet for the bedroom, or maybe some sleek modern tiles for the bathroom. At Brothers Flooring, we say life's too short for boring floors. So give us a call today and we'll make your floors the life of the party.
We're cooking up something special. Yolks Exclusives. Original recipes crafted in-house, every day, by people who take fresh seriously. A collection of signature products you won't find anywhere else. Meticulously prepared with only the freshest ingredients. And sold exclusively at Yolks Fresh Markets.
Drive home the holidays and save up to $11,500 off or 0% APR on new 26 GMC Sierra 1500 Elevations. There's never any dealer-added markups on new vehicles. And ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange at GMC of Riverfront Park.
We raise our hot cocoa mugs to you.
For you to have the most joyous and special holiday. And celebrate with family and friends. Like us. From our GMA family to yours, Happy Holidays!
Welcome back. We have just learned in the last few minutes that Lookout Pass Ski Resort will be closed because of our warm and rainy weather.
Yeah, here is a photo from one of the chairlifts there at Lookout. You can see there is just not a lot of snow. The resort says it hopes to reopen soon, but it's just been a kind of continuation of a really rough start to the ski season for all of our local resorts.
Yeah, and Chris, you were saying you were kind of doing a tour of a lot of the different sky cams from the resorts, and it was heartbreaking.
It's bleak. I've been doing it all week, and just to see it was pretty slushy and thin at the beginning of the week, but now it's bad. But you know what? We've been here before. I was thinking back of the winter of 2005. Similar. Had a week up at Schweitzer and nothing to do. 9 months later, my son was born. 48 degrees in Spokane right now and cloudy, 48 in Coeur d'Alene with overcast conditions. We are going to be staying dry this evening, staying dry for the weekend with the possibility of a few sprinkles on Sunday. I'll explain in a moment. This evening, temperatures in the mid-40s, cloudy skies, winds generally less than 10 miles per hour. In fact, they will be decreasing and becoming light. 4 things to know about your weekend forecast. It is going to stay dry, other than those sprinkles possible on Sunday. High temperatures will be in the 50s. The rain returns on Monday, and then the wind. Monday night into Tuesday and Wednesday, rainy and windy conditions. Here's a look at our chance of rain. 0% on Saturday, up to 10% on Sunday. That's measurable rain. Again, I think we will see a few sprinkles as a weak disturbance moves by, but then a Atmospheric river gets underway late Sunday into Monday into Tuesday with a 90% chance of rain, and it will be rain on Monday and Tuesday, but then we start to cool off a little bit, and that is good news for a number of reasons. Forecast radar, I've jumped all the way ahead to Sunday morning at 6 o'clock to show you that very light rain with a weak disturbance moving through. Here's Sunday at 6, starting to see some more steady precipitation in the Northeast Mountains and North Idaho. And then once we're into Monday morning, we start to see that rain picking up in intensity and then continuing, especially over the mountain areas through the day on Monday and into Tuesday. Here's a look at some of the projected rainfall totals between now and Monday at 6 o'clock. And it's all, the numbers are much higher as we get into North Idaho compared to eastern Washington. And then, of course, things pick up again once we're into western Washington and in the Cascades. We'll see those heavier totals. It's all rain through Monday, Tuesday, and then on Wednesday, our snow levels begin to drop. Still with highs in the 40s, we're looking at mostly rain down in the valleys, but that is going to help our mountains and the melting of the snowpack there, and it should be falling as snow in the Cascades, in the central Panhandle Mountains, rather than rain, which will help with the flooding situation and hopefully help our ski resorts get back into the snow making business. Your planning forecast in the 50s through Tuesday, rainy and windy Monday and Tuesday, and then we'll start to see some snow mixing in Wednesday through Friday. Overnight lows down in the 30s starting Wednesday morning. Derek?
All right, Chris, thank you. This year's Burzar Winter Art Market is giving local artists a chance to share their work. That includes Sarah Hickman. She's a mom of 6, a full-time student, and a weaver who turns raw fiber into beautiful handcrafted cloth. Balancing family, school, and her art is not easy, but she says being part of the event like Burzar makes the long hours worth it.
Being an artist a lot of times is a very isolated endeavor, and so to be a part of this community has helped me to feel not alone and to know that I'm a part of the community in Spokane.
Hickman is one of more than 80 vendors filling River Park Square tomorrow, with each bringing their own story, their own talent, and their own touch of holiday magic to the market.
Well, a new kind of vending machine is drawing crowds at Spokane Valley Mall this holiday season, but these giving machines don't dispense snacks or sodas. They let you buy meals, clothing, and other essentials for people in need. The machines offer everything from meals and warm clothing to livestock animals and utility assistance. Local partners include Second Harvest, Vanessa Behan, and SNAP. Spokane is one of only 126 cities worldwide chosen to host these machines, and hundreds of people showed up for the debut.
My 3 oldest don't live at home, and they were sending me texts, guess what, you get a giving machine in Spokane. And so when they came here, that was the #1 thing they wanted to do, is come to the mall and do the giving machines.
Well, since 2017, giving machines worldwide have generated more than $44 million in donations. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints covers all costs and credit card fees, so 100% of your donation goes directly to local and global charities. The Spokane machines will operate through New Year's Day at the Spokane Valley Mall. Still ahead, we'll show you what caused this skydiver stuck dangling 15,000 feet in the air and how he managed to escape.
It's a really good time to have a job. It's a really terrible time to not have one.
The job market isn't frozen, but it's close. Why experts are calling this a low hire, low fire economy, and what it means for you. Next on 4 News Now at 6.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Cottages of Spokane, specializing in memory care.
This holiday season, you can count on Fred Meyer. You get up high quality with our exclusive brands and down low prices. Because at Fred Meyer, quality and low prices always come together. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
Dupixent continuously works to help prevent asthma attacks. So game days are better. Girls' days are better. Even Mondays are better. Dupixent's an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma. It's not for sudden breathing problems. Some people felt their asthma symptoms improve in as little as 3 days. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor right away if signs of inflamed blood vessels like rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, brown or dark-colored urine, tingling or numbness in limbs. Tell your doctor of new or worsening skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Ask your doctor about Dupixent.
Hello, ma'am. I'm Kyle with Bill's Heating, here to take a look at your furnace.
I thought you guys were teamed up with Gonzaga. Where's the basketball player?
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. We do have Davis Fogel on standby.
Standby?
Oh, yeah. Whenever one of us needs him, we just shout his name.
What?
Watch.
Whoa, it's like magic.
Actually, he just made me wait around the corner.
Exactly. It's magic.
Call Bill's Heating and AC today.
I'll have a blue Christmas without you. I'll be so blue thinking about you. Decorations of red on a green Christmas tree won't mean a thing, dear, if you're not here with me.
4 News Now and BECU are teaming up to welcome in some fun and friendly holiday spirit. Send us a picture of your pet decked out for the holidays, and you could win a $100 gift card to a local pet store courtesy of BECU. Details at kxly.com/holidaypets.
It's time to find gifts for everyone on your list at Fred Meyer, like cozy styles for the family as low as $9.99, toys they'll love as low as $4.99, and tech gifts as low as $19.99. Shop great holiday deals all month long.
Well, around the nation, the U.S. economy has shifted from red hot to cool and now to somewhat frozen.
That's how some key economists describe the latest findings from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. Maribel Gonzalez spoke with several experts who break down what that data reveals about the current economy and where it may be headed.
It's a really good time to have a job. It's a really terrible time to not have one.
Data from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics shows hiring in the U.S. continued to stall in September and October, while employees clung to their jobs with white knuckles. Experts say this is consistent with what is known as a low-hire, low-fire market.
The job market is not growing, and that means that people who are seeking new employment are finding longer search times, and those who are currently employed have their job security somewhat undermined.
August JOLTS report released on the eve of the government shutdown showed job openings as a share of total employment remained at a 5-year low at 7.23 million. That number increased in September and then in October to 7.67 million.
Ever since 2022, when we saw an acceleration in inflation and interest rates, employers saw their costs to hire more headcount increase substantially. They're becoming more cautious about how many workers they're adding to their payrolls.
But not all industries have stayed stagnant. AI is booming.
Occupations like computer scientists, mathematicians, they're still seeing quite a bit of demand.
While the overall labor market currently appears bleak, economists point to upcoming factors that could change that.
The tax cut takes effect early in 2026. There is going to be a lot of money flowing into bank accounts because of federal income tax refunds.
I'm Maribel Gonzalez reporting.
Well, soccer fans are fired up over World Cup ticket prices, saying they're way out of control.
We'll show you how they're getting and why some say the beautiful game is pricing out everyday fans. Don't go away.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Set the scene for the season. Bring home comfort and style that feels like you. Create spaces you love coming home to. Many pieces in stock and ready for delivery. The tin roof. It's more than furniture, it's a feeling.
It's the year-end sales event with the Ford crew.
It's sales event time.
A great time to buy Ranger, Maverick.
Slain it. And F-Series.
America's best-selling trucks for 48 years. Let's light them up.
Now that's some holiday power.
That's Holiday Pro Power onboard.
It's like a mobile generator.
Lease a F-150 SDX 4x4 for $329 a month for 36. Or purchase with 0% for 60 and no payments for 90 days.
I have something for you.
I have something for you too.
During the GMC holiday event, get a total value of over $8,200 on this Sierra 1500 model. Plus, get $3,500 trade allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. We are professional grade.
Magical moments. Snowy adventures. Warming up. Making memories. A winter wonderland. The perfect close-by getaway this winter is Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Find countless ways to play and plan your escape at cdawinter.com.
Winter is here. From ice storms to thunder snow, the 4 News Now First Alert team looks back at the wildest weather in the inland Northwest, so you're ready for whatever hits next. Into the Cold, our winter survival guide, Monday at 7 on KXLY+.
Mirajoy, the overwhelming relief after Miralax helps you go. Miralax works naturally with the water in your body. Miralax, free your gut to free your mood.
For more fiber per serving than any other gummy, try Mira Fiber.
Set the scene for the season. Bring home comfort and style that feels like you. Create spaces you love coming home to. Many pieces in stock and ready for delivery. The Tin Roof. It's more than furniture, it's a feeling.
Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
Take a look at this. Rescue crews in King County using a drone to bring a life jacket to this man stuck on the top of his car before he was airlifted out of the area to safety. That is just one of the many tales of survival as parts of North Idaho and the west side of Washington deal with historic flooding.
Shoshone County remains under a state of emergency as flooding continues along the Coeur d'Alene and St. Joe rivers. Alexander Cohen shows us how one rural community came together to protect one another.
You can see there the powerful Coeur d'Alene River rushing through Shoshone County. We heard from locals here in the Kingston area that last night they were dealing with multiple feet of water that had taken over this road. And it is actually those sandbags right there that ended up saving the Hooks Landing RV Resort on the other side.
Water was moving so rapidly that I could tell after several rounds of putting bags on the road that that was the difference between us having a business this morning and not having a business this morning.
Merle Jones is the owner of Hooks Landing, one of several buildings that this flood almost washed away. We could see it coming over the river, and then it moved to an area up to the road what we've never seen before in 3 years that we've been here. And we panicked. We knew we were in trouble. But the Kingston community isn't one to sit around during a situation like this. Last night, people put their lives on the line to protect their neighbors and keep businesses like Jones's standing.
This is no good to nobody, but it's just a reality of what Mother Nature can do.
Scott Cannon was part of a small but mighty team made of the Shoshone County Sheriff's Office, first responders, and a local towing company. They spent hours last night checking on residents and filling up sandbags that ultimately saved Hooks Landing.
I don't think reality's set in yet because everybody's been up all night long.
Here's just a glimpse of what they endured last night. Nickerson Towing pulled motorhomes and snowmobiles to safety, driving through raging floodwaters to deliver these critical sandbags.
Community itself, we had so many folks, even the folks that stayed with us, they jumped in and they helped us fight the fight, and we were successful on this one.
Although water levels are beginning to recede, the aftermath of this flood is still seen throughout Shoshone County as campgrounds remain submerged underwater. But outside of Hooks Landing, a solid wall of sandbags stands tall, a reflection of this community's resilience. In Kingston, Alexandra Cohen-Yarts, 4 News Now.
Wow, just great reporting to be out there last night and then again today to see the progress and all the sandbags And Chris, I think we're continuing to see more of that preparation this weekend.
Yeah.
Yes, and they will have a wonderful chance to do that because things are going to dry up. We are going to see those river levels drop. They'll have time to prepare for the next round of wet weather. But right now on our satellite and radar, things are fairly quiet. It is not completely dry in those mountainous areas. An occasional sprinkle tonight, also on Sunday, but for the most part, the storm track is to our north and to our east for the time being, falling in snow in central Montana. Our weekend, partly cloudy skies by the afternoon on Saturday. It is going to be warm, a high of 52. Winds actually by the afternoon should be light, 50 for a high on Sunday. Mostly cloudy skies and a better chance to see a few sprinkles on Sunday before the wet weather moves in on Monday. It is another atmospheric river. It is not as strong and it does not have as much moisture as our previous atmospheric rivers this week that were extremely severe. We are, however, going to get some more wet weather, not only on the west side of the state, but in the central panhandle Monday and Tuesday before the snow levels begin to drop in the central panhandle. And that moisture is falling on already saturated ground, rivers that are already fairly high, and so there will likely be another round of flooding. Hopefully not as intense, but we will definitely be tracking this system and the river levels over the weekend and into early next week. Kirsten.
Thanks so much, Chris. Well, the Washington Department of Transportation says it may be a while until travel conditions are back to normal on the western side of the state. Mary Sheridan joins us in studio to tell us how flooding is impacting this region's most traveled passes.
Here's a look at WashDOT's travel map. We're looking at the west side of the state where you can see there are lots of alerts and closures. Stevens Pass is among these closures. Water and debris are still littering parts of U.S. Highway 2, so the pass will remain closed this weekend between Skykomish and Leavenworth. At this point, the department doesn't know exactly when it will reopen. Until then, State Route 28 through Quincy is an alternate route. So is Blewett Pass, which opened back up yesterday. And power is out in portions of Chelan County. This is impacting Leavenworth and its Village of Lights festivities, which are canceled this weekend. The area is known for its holiday light displays, which bring in a fair amount of tourism this time of the year. But if you're heading over to the west side this weekend, keep an eye out for cleanup crews and emergency responders. Don't try to drive through mudslides or water, and leave any debris you see on the road there for prepared crews to take care of. Reporting in studio, Mary Sheridan, 4 News Now.
And to stay up to date on current weather conditions and get important alerts sent straight to your phone, be sure to download the 4 News Now weather app and turn on push notifications. Search KXLY Weather on Google Play or in the App Store. House Democrats releasing new pictures today from what they say are from the Jeffrey Epstein estate. It includes images of President Donald Trump, former President Bill Clinton, and former Prince Andrew.
They're a small portion of the more than 95,000 pictures handed over by the Epstein estate. ABC's Perry Russum with the latest from D.C.
House Democrats today releasing pictures they say are from the hard drive of one of Jeffrey Epstein's personal computers and one of his email accounts. It includes a rare image of former President Bill Clinton standing alongside Epstein and his associate Ghislaine Maxwell. Another image shows President Trump with 6 women whose faces were redacted, and former Prince Andrew with Bill Gates. The context, time frame, and location of the pictures are not known. Appearance of these men in the photos is not evidence of wrongdoing. House Democrats releasing 19 pictures in all, a small portion of the more than 95,000 the Epstein estate handed over.
I think people should be able to make judgments on their own as to what they see in these photos. For us, this is about transparency.
The Department of Justice now has 1 week left to comply with the new Epstein Files Transparency Act. It was passed by Congress, signed into law by President Trump, requiring the DOJ to release any Epstein records they have.
It's a crime if they don't. It's not like they're in contempt of Congress because they didn't respond to a subpoena. This is a new law with, criminal implications if they don't follow it.
The DOJ is also expected to release documents from the criminal case against Ghislaine Maxwell. A federal judge this week granting the DOJ's motion to release grand jury materials and other evidence. Maxwell is currently serving a 20-year prison sentence after being convicted of helping Epstein in his abuse of underage girls.
And back to the pictures, the White House is accusing House Democrats of cherry-picking photos that make President Trump look bad.
Perry Russum, ABC News, Washington.
House Republicans revealed a health care package today that they say addresses the real drivers of health care costs. However, the proposal notably does not extend the soon-to-expire Enhanced Affordable Care Act subsidies. The House package aims to expand the availability of associated health plans to allow employers to join together to buy coverage. It would also fund a cost-sharing reduction program to lower premiums for certain ACA enrollees. While the president has not yet officially endorsed this plan, he says the American healthcare system needs to change and taxpayer money should not be going to insurance companies.
We want to give the money to the people and let the people buy their own great health care.
House Republican leaders expect to put their package up for a vote next week. All right, Gonzaga, just one day away from their huge date with UCLA.
They're looking to get some revenge on the Bruins from last year's loss.
Now, that task is never easy against a Mick Cronin-led team, and after the break, we'll take you through how the Zags can keep their impressive record up and earn win number 10.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
4 News Now weather is brought to you by Coeur d'Alene Casino Resort Hotel.
Rain or shine, day or night, good weather always reigns at the Coeur d'Alene Casino. No matter the weather, winning is better. Your 7-day forecast calls for fun at the Coeur d'Alene Casino.
Coeur d'Alene Casino, where winning is just the beginning.
Bathfitter does showers? That's right. We offer a wide selection of beautiful and functional showers in all shapes and sizes. We can even convert your bath into a shower. How about that? With our seamless one-piece walls and hundreds of design options, you'll get a beautiful new shower to fit your needs, guaranteed for life. Bathfitter's been around for 40 years, and we've been experts at showers for just as long. Get yours today. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
At Adams Tractor, we are proud to power the Northwest with Kubota, built tough and built to last. As the official partner of University of Idaho Athletics, we share the same drive, grit, and community pride that fuels the Vandals. From the field to the farm, Kubota equipment delivers performance you can count on. Adams Tractor and University of Idaho Athletics working together to keep our communities moving forward.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team and Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on our next job. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXLY.com to nominate it. Our thanks to Horizon Credit Union for sponsoring the 4 News Now Extreme Team.
Attacked with bear spray inside his house.
My entire face was pulsating red.
The holiday shopping warning, why he was targeted. Next, Inside Edition.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Inside Edition at 7.
Tonight.
It's beautiful.
Now, inside the mind of the man behind the magic.
My current attitude is we can do anything.
And what happens when Miley Cyrus joins the world of Avatar?
It's such a phenomenon.
Avatar, a new era. Tonight on ABC.
Gonzaga sits just over 24 hours away from another tough entry to their non-conference neutral site slate when they host the UCLA Bruins tomorrow night. The Bruins lost major talent like Adey Mara to Michigan and Sebastian Mack to Missouri, but they added one of the most dynamic guards in the country and 5-star transfer prospect Donovan Dent. He came from New Mexico. Gonzaga head coach Mark Few spoke about the talented UCLA roster and what he thinks about their tweaks for the current 7-2 Bruins season.
I mean, I think they've done a nice job. They did a nice job in the portal and adding some pieces and keeping the ones that they needed to keep. And, you know, that's a really nice looking team. I think they lost a couple there. Might have been because they weren't healthy at all the spots. I think they're now healthy at all the spots. The last game I watched, they were.
Bruins tip off at Climate Pledge Arena 8:30 p.m. tomorrow. And former Gonzaga Bulldog Ryan Nembhard has been on a historic tear for the Dallas Mavericks this month, putting up never-before-seen stats for an undrafted rookie. The point guard's tremendous performances against Denver and Miami specifically shot him onto the Rookie of the Year watch list. He's averaging 16 points, 9 assists just in December, including a high of 28 points in the Denver game, 13 assists against Miami. But despite that busy NBA life, he told us this week that he's still glued to his Zags this season and still shows their support from Texas.
And shout out to Zags, man. At 9-1 right now. Super happy. It's been fun to watch those guys, man. And I think they can do some big things this year. So shout out to Coach Few, 750 wins. That's a big accomplishment. Super happy for him. And he's been a huge impact on my life. So love that guy.
Nembhard and the Mavs next come home tonight to host the Brooklyn Nets. Nembhard looks for his 5th straight double-digit scoring outing. Look for my full piece with Ryan that's coming up on Monday. And Washington State Women's Hoops looks to right the ship after a pretty tough 1-9 start of the season. The score right now against the Texas Tech Lady Raiders is 32-16. That's in the second quarter. We'll have those highlights coming your way on Nightside. And Eastern Washington men's also returning home tonight. They're trying to string together a couple wins following that big one over Kansas City. It's a close one right now. I think they're up 38-33, our producer's telling me. So good to have that lead now in Cheney.
Okay. Jack, thank you so much. And coming up, Americans have soccer fever with the World Cup coming to the U.S., Mexico, and Canada next year.
But many are now realizing the prices are a bit steep, to say the least. Hannah Patah has the report.
Soccer may commonly be referred to as the beautiful game, but the cost of admission to the World Cup is getting ugly. One fan organization now speaking out, calling ticket prices for next year's tournament extortionate and a monumental betrayal to the tradition of the World Cup. FIFA did announce prices as low as $60, but critics say those tickets are nearly non-existent. A new price list now shows tickets starting at $180, nearly 9 times the $21 price tag that U.S. officials targeted when they bid for the tournament.
Even though I have adult money, I can't really afford some of these tickets, which is just insane for the everyday fans.
If a fan wanted to watch their team go all the way to the final, tickets could top $8,000.
We are in the region of $30,000 for a family of 4. This is the vast majority of football fans can't afford this.
While some tickets are being offered at fixed prices, FIFA is also using dynamic pricing, adjusting prices based on demand.
These ticket prices, I just feel like it's so ridiculous. It's too hard.
I was seeing 4 digits, anywhere between the neighborhood of like 15 to 2,500.
But FIFA says the pricing model reflects the existing market practice for major entertainment and sporting events. Hannah Patah, ABC News, New York.
We are going to see potentially a little bit of sunshine tomorrow. Here's a look at your Saturday planner. 41 degrees to start the day, a high of 52. You'll notice the icons go to the moon by 4 o'clock. That's because our sunset is at 3:58. So if we do get some sunshine, it'll be brief. Regardless, I'll be back with the second half of your weekend forecast after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
One night in Memphis, the nationally acclaimed tribute concert featuring Elvis, Carl Perkins, Jerry Lee Lewis, and Johnny Cash live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino, Thursday, January 29th.
Winning is just the beginning.
Nothing comes easy, whether in the garden or the kitchen. Every meal starts with heart, hustle, and a whole lot of hard work. And your finances should work just as tirelessly as you do. Ascend Checking from P1FCU can earn you 3.5% APY with no monthly fees, no gimmicks, just rewards for the work that you're already doing. Because around here, dividends are for the doers. Learn more at p1fcu.org/ascend.
Winter's creeping in. Is your heating system ready for the challenge ahead? Don't let an unexpected equipment failure or high energy bills impact your comfort this holiday season. At Bills, our comprehensive maintenance can discover problems before they start, giving you peace of mind to focus on what matters most. For a limited time, you can schedule a tune-up for only $59. Call us at 208-777-5528 and schedule today.
At Fred's Appliance, we understand dishwashers, and nobody carries more Bosch dishwashers than us. We're the #1 Bosch dealer in the region, so you won't find this kind of selection in box stores. With every model in stock and ready to go, you can get a new dishwasher today. Swing into Fred's. We have thousands of in-stock get-it-today appliances, making us the most convenient choice around. Your local appliance expert since 1962. At Fred's, we sell appliances. Only appliances.
At Parker Toyota, our commitment to you begins the moment you drive off the lot in your new vehicle.
We have more Toyota Master Diagnostic technicians than anyone in the Northwest.
That means our technicians are the most experienced at identifying and fixing any mechanical issues, ensuring that your Toyota receives the care it deserves.
Open 7 days a week. Call or go online to schedule your appointment at parkertoyota.com.
Ready for action? It's no holds barred as King of the Cage features up-and-coming MMA stars battling it out. Live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, February 5th. Get your tickets now.
Winning is just the beginning.
4 News Now is brought to you by Black Sheep Sporting Goods.
If you needed another reason to not jump out of a perfectly good plane, take a look at this. It's video of a skydiver in Australia whose parachute got caught on the tail wing of the plane and it left the man dangling about 15,000 feet in the air.
What about the other guy?
What about the other guy? Great question. According to the Australian Transport Safety Bureau, the skydiver's handle snagged on the wing flap deploying the reserve chute, which got stuck. His legs were hurt as they struck the stabilizer and damaged the aircraft. And here you can see him frantically cutting himself loose. Can you hear it in my voice that I'm scared while reading this? Before deploying the main chute, then safely landing on the ground, the pilot was able to stabilize and safely land the aircraft as well. But to your point, Derek, what about the other guy?
Yeah.
I would like to know.
He's on the side of the plane and gets knocked by that guy as he comes out. So what a mess all around, but amazing that...
I have never done skydiving, and I will never do it after that.
No. Have you?
No.
No.
I have not.
My kids want to, and I'm like, no. I'm sure, you know, the plenty of skydivers out there, and hats up. And we do those stories about, like, 92-year-old women that are... Yeah,
bucket list?
Maybe then. Maybe when I'm 92, I'll do it. Yes, okay. There's a deal. If anybody's around when I'm 92, if I'm around when I'm 92, I'll do it. 4 things to know about your weekend. It is going to be a dry weekend for the most part. Few sprinkles here and there on Sunday. I'll explain in a moment. Highs in the 50s. The rain returns Monday, rainy and windy on Tuesday, and then we'll start to see some changes in our weather pattern on Wednesday that I'm keeping a very close eye on. But in the short term, we do have that 10% chance of measurable rain on Sunday, up to 90 for Monday and Tuesday as that next atmospheric river develops. Wednesday down to 50%, and that may include a little bit of snow mixing in. Sunday at 6 a.m. is where we're starting this forecast radar, showing a weak disturbance bringing some very light precipitation to the area. And then as we get into Monday, things pick up as that next wave of moisture moves in. Mainly, that is going to be impacting the higher terrain of the central panhandle in terms of bringing those rivers back up to bank full. So we will be watching for flooding concerns there very closely. Some of the forecast rain totals between now and Monday at 6 o'clock. You could see the typical locations, those upslope regions. That's where we're going to see the heavier precipitation totals. Meanwhile, a fairly pronounced Cascade rain shadow, keeping things much drier as we get into the basin, and then heavy rain over the Cascades. We are going to see a drop in our temperatures, a 10-degree drop, which is significant or more than from 53 Monday down to the 40s. But way down here is our average high. Still, that may be enough to bring the snow levels down into the mountain areas, which will help with a lot in the Cascades as well as in the central panhandle. And I like the look of this temperature outlook for the 20th through the 26th. It's very stratified here. We've got this cold coming into the northwest. We've got warm to the south and east, and I'm trying to wave that cold in, and we're going to keep it with the moisture above average. So this is starting to add up to mountain snow and possibly even some snow down in the valleys. I don't want to put the count my chickens before they're hatched, but in the meantime, another wet week ahead and starting to see some hints of snow mixing in as we get into the end of next week, Kirsten.
All right, use your snow angel powers, Chris. Wave it in. Thank you. If you are craving a new view and a bit of adventure, we've got you covered. About 100 miles west of Spokane, you'll find two stunning natural landmarks, Grand Coulee and Moses Coulee.
Shaped by massive Ice Age floods, these landscapes offer endless hiking and a glimpse at what was once the largest waterfall on Earth. We take you there in this week's Air 4 Adventure.
It is amazing. You're standing on the edge of what was once the world's largest waterfall. Dry Falls is an amazing geological wonder, and most folks come here accidentally and they don't realize that they're standing on the edge of an example of one of the greatest massive flows of water that happened literally in the world. And the Ice Age floods dramatically carved out the land you're looking at. So literally as you drive west of Spokane on Highway 2, you're going to see a land that was carved out down to bedrock from floodwaters, massive floodwaters that poured through here. The last one was about 15,000 years ago, which in terms of geology, that's just a drop in the bucket. As you drop down on Highway 2, it dramatically opens up and you see you call Moses Coulee. And Moses Coulee was eroded away by a similar force of nature.
Moses Coulee is like 50 miles long. In fact, it's as long as Grand Coulee. And it's almost as spectacular, but it's just harder to get to, and not as many people know about it. That's a spectacular place.
Love driving through there. Before we go to break, here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup for tonight.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Drive home the holidays and save up to $16,250 off or 0% APR on new 2025 GMC Sierra 1500 Elevations. There's never any dealer-added markups on new vehicles. And ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange at GMC of Riverfront Park.
It matters every day and every night. It matters that we're not just in your community, but that we're part of it.
We'd be happy to help you.
Making sure everyone feels welcomed and rewarded.
$1 on the way out, okay?
It matters that we're here for what the doctor prescribed.
Thanks so much, Eric.
And also, just what the doctor ordered.
Need some help?
Right by your side.
Hi, Alex.
Right when you need us.
I'm gonna go grab that for you, okay?
Welcome to CBS. Join us.
What's more powerful than an unexpected storm? Insurance that helps clean it up. Western National Insurance. That's the power of nice.
Resilience. At Shriners Children's, we're leaders in pediatric sports medicine. With expertise in sprains, tears, fractures, and other sports-related injuries. We're here to deliver the best care in the business and never allow your ability to pay for services to compromise the care your child needs. Because every great comeback starts with a game plan for empowering the extraordinary. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
Ring in the holiday season and unwrap the winnings at the Kootenai Casino in Bonners Ferry. Santa's got you on his list for 12 days of giveaways and a New Year's Eve countdown to cash. Warm up with December room rates starting as low as $59 a night midweek. And we'll even include 2 free breakfast vouchers with your stay. It's time for Holly Jolly Jackpots. Come stay and play at the Kootenai Casino. Call 888-YOU-ARE-LUCKY for details or visit KootenaiRiverInn.com.
Drive home the holidays and save up to $11,500 off or 0% APR on new 26 GMC Sierra 1500 Elevations. There's never any dealer-added markups on new vehicles. And ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange at GMC of Riverfront Park.
Hey, good morning, America. Good morning, America. Good morning, America.
All right, coming up tonight on Nightside, it's a big night for high school basketball with games all over the region. Our sports team brings us the highlights, and we'll continue to track the devastating floods on the west side and in North Idaho tonight at 11 o'clock.
It's going to be a dry weekend for the most part. Enjoy a little bit of sunshine tomorrow.
Be nice to see the sun.
And my Christmas decorations won't get ripped off.
Sign up for the 4 News Now